Hello and welcome back. I can't really say welcome back. It's more gonna be a review and a tiny bit of dissecting the AI teammates being added to Ghost Recon Breakpoint trailer. And let's just talk about this a bit. Okay, so the video itself on YouTube that I found is about 3 minutes. We're gonna talk about this because I watched it one time and I said, you know what, I need to make this video. As futile as it might be, I need to make this video because there are some things that insanely pisses me off. Okay, so we're talking about a person like me who's been going through pretty much every series from Tom Clancy's and Ghost Recon. You see, I'm currently in the middle, or basically closer to an end of the DLC Fallen Ghosts. I've played Breakpoint. I was in closed beta, open beta. I got the game myself as well later on just to play with my friends. So I'm pretty much in the loop of what and how. And since I'm playing Wildlands and I have Breakpoint and I play from time to time, since I'm doing graphical comparisons and stuff, I'm pretty much well within the loop and all my games are up to date. So let's take a look at this video. And I'm just gonna stop it at some point, and we're gonna talk about comparison in regards to Wildlands. So let's roll it.
The time has come. AI teammates are back in Ghost Recon Breakpoint. And for all...
So the time has come. The teammates are back in Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Okay, what do you mean by back? They were never there when the game launched. Okay, so as a reminder, just a quick flashback, the game was actually announced last year, July, and it was launched for sale, available for people to actually buy it as a complete finished product after a beta access, for a week or weekends. On, if I'm not mistaken, around September, August, something like that. And when the game launched, the first official launch trailer actually had the teammates in, because this is what people were expecting after playing Ghost Recon Wildlands. In Wildlands, you have 3 teammates right off the bat. You get dropped in Bolivia, you start taking down the cartel, and you have basically your companions. Of course, you can turn them off. That was the first thing. You can turn them off. You can go lone wolf and stuff like that if you don't want to have your teammates. If you have your teammates, they will always have your back. You can task them, they will heal you and stuff like that. Now they are releasing this trailer basically telling you, oh, we're bringing them back. They were never in the game in the first place. When I was playing the beta, they were not in. They were promised to be in. They said that we have some issues with the AI, this is such a large scale game. And a lot of people on Ghost Recon forums were disagreeing, saying how exactly Wildlands, which is a big map, right? There's a lot of things, a lot of places, and how could you manage to give us teammates there and you couldn't do it in Breakpoint, considering you are apparently building this game from ground up? But I digress. Let's watch further.
Solo players, they're gonna be a game changer. Available at any point after you have reached Erewhon for the first time, Fury, Fix-It, and Vasily can be activated or dismissed at will.
So these characters, these 3 characters, if any of you will actually go on YouTube and type in Ghost Recon Breakpoint, first reveal trailer, you will see that basically that trailer, it's not long, it's about 2 minutes. It will transpire of you being nomad, running around, and you have these teammates with you. You have the buggy where you actually get the girl driving it. You are reaching her in a cabin in a snowy mountaintop. You have the Vasily having your back as a basically high ground support or Overwatch. I mean, it was on a game launch trailer before the game was even launched. Right? And now they're bringing exactly the same characters. They're not even hiding the fact that they were planned and they were never implemented into the game. But okay, thank you. Thank you, Ubisoft, for doing this for us. Let's see what else you have.
And from the beginning, you will be able to fully customize them. This customization includes all of the physical attributes, as well as gear, equipment, or even full costumes. Your teammates can be tweaked just as much as your main character. Just like Nomad, your teammates will adapt and react to the world of Aroa and its environments.
Okay, so when we talk about character customization, that basically means more microtransactions. You can take them out, right? Since it's only cosmetic, it's not gonna add any skills or stats to it. But what kind of put me off at the very beginning of this trailer, which is 45 seconds in, if you see, so this is Nomad on the left, and this is our buddy, right, on the right. The only difference is to be honest, is the model, right? It still has the same amount of snow in exact same areas. You can literally see, so the left arm, or the left forearm, is covered in snow. On the shoulders, exactly, you can literally see. Here is the snow. There's no snow here. Here's the snow. There's no snow here. Even though this backpack looks quite different than the one the Nomad's carrying, so technically the snow dispersion should be, a bit different. However, this is basically, they will get snow, mud, and wet, or dirt or grime, exactly the same as you will. So basically, this is not really an interactive environment. This is preset stuff in terms of the game development. The modules are getting dirty in exactly the same way as you are. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, in just pointing this out because they are selling the feature which should be there at the very beginning. It's quite common. I mean, maybe they're just pointing it out, but let's watch forward. Up the road is where the real issues for me starts.
And they will always follow your own behavior. If you decide to go stealth, they will equip silencers and crouch, or go prone when possible. But if you decide to go loud and open fire, they will stick by your side.
Okay, this is literally taken from Wildlands. This is nothing new. This is absolutely not a new mechanic. If you play Wildlands and you put on a silencer, it will literally tell you, go silent. Or if you take it off before you engage, they will take off the silencers and you'll say go loud. Your character in Wildlands, which is also the Nomad, will actually tell them, and they will do exactly the same thing. They will stick with you, they will copy your behavior. If you crouch and you go, they will crouch and they will follow you. If you run, they will run as well. If you're too far away, they will say, hey, do you call this a unit's cohesion? And they will just teleport or quite quickly run up to you. So there's no such thing as this is a new mechanic. I mean, again, we are talking about the same things that are currently in Wildlands, that they are announcing as a brand new, never seen feature. Like, whoever got this game don't even know the Wildland exists. They're bringing it out, I would say something like an Apple ideology. You've never seen this before anywhere before, right? This feature, we are the first ones. No, sorry boys. You already have your franchise. You have your Ghost Recon franchise. This is copying your own homework and then presenting it as you made it by yourself. Well, it's still yours. I'm sorry, this makes no sense. But let's look further down. This is amazing how they actually give these pieces of information here.
When deployed, you can issue different orders to your teammates through the order wheel. There are 4 different orders you can give to your teammates. You can tell them to regroup on your location, to hold their current position, to go to a specific location, and to open fire on nearby enemies.
So, this is exactly what we have in Wildlands. Plus you have, since you're working with the rebels, you can actually request the rebel support for mortar fire, hired guns, spotting, and vehicle drop. For your own team in Wildlands, you can actually order them to go to certain location. You can tell them to wait here or hold here. You can tell them you can sync shot. Or you can just tell them, to engage the enemy. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. Also, as you can see on the bottom of the screen, it actually says these orders can be given at any time, even through your binoculars and drone. So let me get this straight. You can do exactly the same thing in Wildlands. You can take your drone, you can go and use your drone to command your squad, your teammates, back and forth. The thing is, you cannot do that individually. If you tell them go here, the whole bunch, the whole 3 of them will just go to that position if they can. And there's a lot of glitches when you order them to go, and they're kind of like, they get stuck. They pretty much like do donuts at the same place. They can't even move anywhere. That is fine, okay? It's not a groundbreaking glitch. It happens, that's fine. Or they can't get into vehicles, or they can't get out of the vehicle. That is fine. Let's continue.
Orders can be given at any time, even through your binoculars and drone. Once they approach potential threats, the teammates will notify you and mark them automatically.
Got a hostile.
With a good look at your enemies, you will be able to set up a sync shot where each of your teammates picks a target.
Not your teammates pick the targets, it's you who picks the targets, unless they've actually implemented the mechanic where my teammates will pick their own targets, which would be a disaster, because if you want to clear out the camp in a stealthy way, you want to do it, your way. You want to designate the snipers on the rooftops first, then you want to go for the heavy units. You don't want to start by dispatching 3 usual grunts and then getting the heavy rain, basically hell and heaven on you, while snipers are basically shooting you through the mountaintops. I mean, that's the basics of Ghost Recon games. What are we on about here? Come on.
You can even link it to your 3 sync shot drones for a simultaneous 7-target takedown. The teammates have weapons equipped at all times, a versatile assault rifle to accommodate all situations, and a primary weapon that you will be able to fine-tune. Indeed, apart from mark upgrades and passive bonuses, the full gunsmith is accessible to your teammates, and their weapon of choice will have a direct effect on the battleground. Depending on the type of weapon they have equipped, the teammates will adapt their engagement distance and rate of fire, from close distance shotgun wielding all the way to long-distance sniper shots. Of course, if you get taken down, your teammates' priority will be to try and rescue you.
Okay, so let's break this down a bit. So they say that if my teammates have different weapons, they will engage the enemy differently. Now, press X to doubt. Okay, so I'm gonna put pin on this in my to-do list. Because since I have both games, well, specifically Breakpoint, I can test this out the moment it's out. It's rolling out tomorrow, or well, whenever you watch this video, on 15th of July, and today's 14th. And basically what they're telling you is if you have a shotgun, then they will like close the distance and the fire rate will change and stuff like that. If they have assault weapon, like assault rifle, my money is on the fact that they will be able to snipe the guy from 500 meters away. That's what I'm putting my money on, because that's exactly how it works in the Wildlands. There's no need for you to change any loadouts, and I don't believe you can. At least I never tried. So of course it's a good thing you can equip them with the weapons you want them to have. That is perfectly fine. I applaud to that. However, in terms of engagement, in Wildlands, your teammates can literally shoot through anything, even if there's a tree, a rock, a building in a way, unless it's very obvious big target they cannot shoot through, or it's way too far away, they will be able to shoot it. I've used this and I've used this ability of my AI teammates in Wildlands more than I would like to admit, but that's the thing. So I want to see, will this actually be changed? If they change this is going to be very immersive. I'm not gonna lie. In terms of the teammates picking you up when you're injured, exactly, that's what they've done in Wildlands as well. And you actually have perks enabled where you can unlock the skill that they can do it up to 2 times the same fight. Before that, they can only do it once per fight. So if you go in a camp and you get shot down, they will revive you once. The next time you shot, you're dead. You can unlock a perk and then you can be revived 2 times, and then the 3rd time you're dead. Does not apply to free roams. We're talking about like an actual mission. So if you go on a mission 2 times, you're out. In free roam, they will just resurrect you. Doesn't matter what you do. You fell out of the chopper, unless you hit the ground without a shoot, then you will be dead. But other than that, yeah, this is nothing new.
To achieve that, they will first focus their fire on the surrounding enemies before getting to you.
And I really hope they will. Because in Wildlands, if you got shot down by an enemy and you're laying on the ground, bleeding out, what they will do, they will run to you, they will resurrect you without even engaging that enemy, and that enemy will actually shoot you right back down. This happened to me more than once. I do believe I have it on one of my videos as well when I'm trying to clean out a camp. And they are trying to engage the enemies. However, if the enemy is not spotted by you before, apparently that kind of glitches them out a bit, so they don't know who to shoot or where the enemy is. And this proves the point of how the AI teammates work in Wildlands. The reason why you get spotted and they don't is because basically they are being perceived the same level as grass, rocks, or a garbage can. Because I believe everyone who played Wildlands know that your character can sit in the middle of a camp and enemies will be walking around them and they will not see them. Quite literally. They will just walk straight past them. And that's the thing that I believe will be implemented in this game as well, because otherwise if your enemy needs to suddenly shoot on 4 priority targets who are equally important as you as a player, I think that would break the game, because how the hell they can know which is more deadly, right? The AI teammate's aim is perfect. It's always spot on. I haven't seen an AI teammate to miss his shot, which you as a player can do. If you shoot and you have too much recoil or you did not account for the bullet drop, you will miss. They never miss. I haven't seen them miss their shots even once. If I would want something is to actually have this error, the margin of error in the game for the AI teammates, where you actually need to train them up to have this accuracy. Otherwise they would be, missing shots. Of course I know it all kind of needs to go into the narrative of they are spec ops soldiers, they should be able to shoot people in the heads from a mile away. It's not how it works. I mean, let's face it, okay? If you're going for this realistic immersion mode, let's push it to the limit then. Give me the benefit of the doubt that if my guy is sitting waist deep in the water and he can't make the shot because there's grass in the way, and he might miss the shot and he will actually tell him, oh my god, there was a rabbit, or there's the grass, I couldn't see my target. Let them explain themselves. The chat option when they have this casual chat or banter on Wildlands is kind of okay. It gets old the longer you play the game because they kind of repeat the same lines over and over again. But if this is the new game, I do believe they can add such a thing in. They can definitely add in some new lines and see how that plays out.
They will expect the same from you, especially as you will be able to carry them to safety if the situation requires it. Finally, the teammates will also be your best allies in any vehicle, especially on the road and during high-stake pursuits. The teammates will be available for all solo Ghost Recon Breakpoint players on July 5th.
So, in Wildlands, if you have your teammates in a vehicle, you can actually order the assault. It doesn't matter if you are on the chopper, if you're in a car, if you're in a boat, it does not matter. The moment you have your teammates, they will basically just open fire. And it looks really cool when they just go through the windows of a SUV, or if they just like start raining down from a chopper. Now, the one thing that I am not happy about is that, again, they're selling these points like this is something new, that we've never seen this before. I'm sorry, dear Ubisoft, we've seen this before and we waited for this. Okay? Let's finish up the trailer.
Team, and we cannot wait to see your reactions. We'll see you on the battlefield, Ghosts.
Okay, so you want to see my reaction? I cannot show you my reaction. I can tell you my reaction. My reaction is, it's been almost a year after Ghost Recon Breakpoint came out. There's been multiple free trial weekends. There's been invite a friend to play with you weekends. There've been just some demos thrown in and out throughout the month, and it's been a year. So basically, people bought this game. They've played this game on solo. They finished the game on solo using your first unusual gameplay mechanic where you have to level up your gear. So you need to pick up better weapons, better clothes, unlock your skills so you can take on more and more tougher enemies. Then you introduce the immersion mode, which takes away the levels from the gears. A gun is a gun, boot is just a cosmetic, and a cap is just a cap, right? It doesn't even add any armor. Now, after a year, when people have played this game in and out, and a lot of people have actually dumped their money into season passes, and they even played through the Splinter Cell mission, which is like all alone DLC kind of thing. Now you're adding in the teammates. So you want me to play this game. So the first time would be with the gear level. The second time would be on immersion. The third would be just the DLC. So you want me to play this game for the fourth time just to see how this changes? I can tell you how this will change the gameplay. Everyone who wants to know, I can tell you this right now. It's gonna make the game way too easy. Way too easy. The reason why it was fun to playing as a lone wolf was actually that you are this, highly skilled spec ops guy. You go in and you don't have backup, right? You are basically working with all the characters, all the NPCs you interact, you do the missions. You have to scout, you have to discover things by yourself, craft, adapt, add your skills, buff your character, stuff like this. When I'm playing Wildlands with my teammates, it becomes very easy. The simple tactic: release the drone, tag the enemies, sync them up. With my teammates, boom, that's 4 guys down for the count. 1 minute later, I can do the same. If in here, let's say you have the sync shot drones, and you can do 7 kills instantly, I'm sorry, most of the bases have about 30 guys. I highly doubt even the Panther or the Tiger base has more than 30 wolves in it. That means what? You're gonna use it 4 times, give or take, and each of you will shoot about 4 to 5 enemies, unless you're pushing forward or you're just commanding them. So basically we are asked to appreciate this effort that was promised at the very beginning and the launch of this game, the Breakpoint at the very beginning, a year ago, and now they want us, hey guys, we finally fixed this, you can finally get what we kind of told you you will be getting. If anyone wants to get no teammate experience in Wildlands, there's 2 ways to do it. First one, you can turn them off as well in Wildlands. There is a possibility for that. Second of all, you can play a DLC called the Narco Road, where you are without any teammates. You are basically dropped in, you have to infiltrate the cartel and stuff like that. I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but that was, I would say, the best training if you want to see how hard it is to suddenly be alone against everyone. People who played and who has finished Breakpoint, they already know how to play alone. Having additional 3 characters with you, equip them with sniper rifles, put some silencers on, that's it. You are good to go. Perks? Yeah, there is team perks for your AI teammates. I'm not gonna lie, there is. And depends what are the requirements. If that's the resources, that's easy to have. If that's, since everyone has finished the game, all your own perks and skill tree is maxed out. There's no way you finish the game and you don't have anything maxed out. That means you have some skill points left over to allocate your squad members, I would assume. Or do you need to start again? These are the questions they're not really addressing, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wait until tomorrow and I'm gonna download this update, see if it actually comes out. Maybe there's gonna be some technical glitches and they will be delayed. But so far, I must say my first impressions is we are being... So Ubisoft basically gives us these teammates as a big reveal of something that was never there, or they're coming back or whatnot, when we had all this and all of these things they do, we have in Wildlands right now. So unless they're gonna actually put in some effort and there is some additional mechanics that I don't know about and it's not been revealed yet, I can't really see how is this gonna be this game-breaking event. However, let me know your thoughts in comments down below, and yeah, let's see how this actually goes. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching and have a good one.